I got some new games. Oh, what a glorious day. Oh, get new games. The kids show you can wait.
Hey there everybody, Jim here for another pickups video. A lot sooner than I was anticipating that I would do one of these. I've been going to a lot of game stores and hard offs and everything for the purposes of filming, and as a side effect of that I can't help myself. I ended up picking up a number of games, not like a lot, but I picked up a lot of games that I was really happy to pick up. Some of them you've probably already seen in a past hard off video that I've recently uploaded. Doing this today relaxing style on the couch. The little lady is off visiting her grandmother today, so I'm sticking back to do some housework and laundry, if you can hear the goddamn machine going off. So I figured, hey, let's sit on the couch and talk about some video games. Woo! Alright, so first up, I got a copy of, if I can remember the title because it's a lot of it in kanji, Daiku no Gensan. That's it. Daiku no Gensan. This, I believe, elsewhere is known as Hammer and Harry. It's a game by Irem, which some people, I guess, seem to think Irem is a bit hit or miss. I actually like quite a number of their games. This one's a nice little action platformer. You got a big hammer and you hammer your enemies with it, and you can get power-ups to make your hammer grow bigger. You can hold your hammer above your head to block stuff coming from overhead. Hammer and Harry, Daiku no Gensan. This is really cool, actually. If you get a chance to play Hammer and Harry, or this version on the Famicom, and there are sequels as well. I think there are even some on the Super Famicom. Go for it. These are fun little platformers. And on the GameCube, let me read the full title. It's Kinnikuman Second Generations, and it's New Generation versus Legends. This is fun. It's a pro wrestling game, but it's like really wacky, over-the-top pro wrestling. This is actually a sequel to what was released in the States as Galactic Wrestling, featuring Ultimate Muscle. So it's very much like that game. More power-ups being thrown into the ring in this one than I recall from the first one. The first one's called Kinnikuman Generations here in Japan, by the way. But this is a really fun game. Pretty much every Kinnikuman game I've ever played I've enjoyed. That's up to and including the side-scrolling platformer on the Famicom disc, which is like a really kind of weird, obscure game to, you know, make Kinnikuman into. It's a pro wrestling series, so of course you make a side-scrolling platform out of it. But this game, quite a bit of fun. Kinnikuman New Generation versus Legends on the GameCube, pretty cool. These next couple of games, actually these next few games, I found at a hobby off that I went to. It was a hobby off that had a considerably large, well-stocked game section, and they had some really cool stuff there, so I actually found some things there that are really awesome. This first game for the Super Famicom, Magic Knight Rayearth. This is very different from the Sega Saturn version, which I really like the Saturn game, which that one's an action RPG. This one is more of a traditional turn-based JRPG. There are still some save files on here, so I was able to load up some old save files a little further into the game with some high-level characters and then play around with it and see what it's like. It's, yeah, very traditional JRPG style, but that's not bad. I mean, the graphics are good, the soundtrack is pretty good. There you can see a few screenshots. I quite like this. I don't know how much I'm going to play it. I more or less just saw it and I was like, oh cool, Rayearth, I have to have that, and it was pretty cheap. But Magic Knight Rayearth on the Super Famicom, it's a turn-based RPG, so please don't confuse it with the Saturn version. And in this game, I was floored when I saw it, because they were selling it for pretty cheap, especially when compared. I had seen it in Akihabara just like a week before, going for like hundreds of dollars. So I was able to get a copy of Cotton 100%. This game is awesome. I like more or less all of the Cotton games. I even kind of like Rainbow Cotton to a certain extent, even though it's just hard as hell to control. This is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. I thought it was going to be a direct port of the PC Engine version. It's not. It's more or less the same plot. All these games basically share the exact same plot, but totally different stages, graphics, music, everything. It's more or less updated, and it's its own unique game on the Super Famicom. And I like it a lot. This is a really fun side-scrolling shooter. It keeps the mechanic from the PC Engine version, where you don't necessarily get power-ups. You are powered up by destroying enemies and collecting crystals, and then you level up that way, which is very cool. I like that about these first couple of Cotton games. This one, Cotton 100% on the Super Famicom, is super cool. I was really happy to find that. And there you go. Cotton 100%, found it for a pretty good price. Right, next up, I gotta read the title here. It is Inoki Michi Puzzle de Da, or Dots, or Dots, or Dash, whatever. It is a puzzle game featuring caricatures of pro wrestlers. And it's, I guess, you know, obviously it's Antonio Inoki is the central figure here, but there's other guys on here. A couple that I actually recognize. There's Jushin Thunder Liger, who's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And there's, who the hell was his name? He was like the Japanese NWO guy. I forget his name. Anyway, it's kind of just a traditional puzzle game. You match up circles by color and try to pop them all. And it's kind of like a one-on-one battling puzzle game, kind of like, you know, Puzzle Fighter or Sakura Wars Columns, stuff like that. So a pro wrestling puzzle game. Pretty cool. Here we have Bo, however the hell many bows are in the title of this game. It's based on an anime. I've heard of the anime before. I've never watched it. This is more or less like a rhythm game. So you have to, you know, do time button presses in order to defeat your enemies with your mustache, I guess. And there's like, you have some companions in here. One guy has like, his head looks like shit, like a turd. And there's a guy who looks like the sun, but he's spastic and crazy. And I have no idea how to really explain this game. I might just have to do a video on this one day because it's really, really weird. It's made by Hudson Soft, so that's always good. But Bo on the PlayStation 2. It's really wacky shit. Here, pretty cool, fun hack and slash game. It's Blood Plus, and then there is a subtitle. It's Soyoku no Battle Rondo. Soyoku Battle Rondo. Blood Plus, based on the anime series, which was based off of the anime movie just called Blood, The Last Vampire. This is pretty cool. It's like I said, a hack and slash, but there's like QTE stuff in it as well. A few different characters to play as, and a lot of lengthy cutscenes though, which there are certain parts in the cutscenes where you're going to interact and do QTE stuff, but still a little lengthy for my taste. But overall, it is still very cool. Pretty fun hack and slash game, and you know, it looks cool. It's stylish. It's based on a really cool anime. So this is another game I might cover at some point in the near future. Blood Plus for the PS2. Here we have Samurai Spirits 0. I believe this was released elsewhere as Samurai Showdown 5. Just really good classic Samurai Spirits action. I'm a big fan of pretty much all SNK fighters, and Samurai Showdown, those are always fun. So Samurai Spirits 0 for the PS2. Very cool. And last PS2 game I got, another one by Hudson Soft. It's Bomberman Kart. Cool kart racing game featuring lots of different types of Bomberman. So it's just like white Bomberman, black Bomberman, the pink one, a little baby Bomberman, a big fat gold one. Just all different kinds of Bomberman riding around in go-karts, throwing bombs at each other, and missiles and rockets, and it's kind of your run-of-the-mill kart racer, but that's good. I love kart racers, and when I came across this one, I was kind of like blown away. I was like, wow, a Bomberman kart racing game. Because anytime I find a new kart racing game, I'm always excited because I love the genre. So here it is, Bomberman Kart, PlayStation 2. Check that out. For the PlayStation, still has the sticker on it. This was actually in my last Part of Hunter video. I found this. It's Air Guys, God Bless the Ring, and if you want to take a look there, I got it for 100 yen, which is less than $1 actually. I got a copy of Air Guys, and it's fun. It's a 3D fighting game where you run around in the arena and kick the ass off each other, almost kind of Tobal style. I don't know if that's an appropriate comparison. I haven't played Tobal in forever, but one of the most noted things about this game is that you can play as Final Fantasy VII characters. So you get Cloud and Tifa and Sephiroth to start with, and I'm pretty sure you can unlock Vincent and Red 13, I think. But pretty cool. Air Guys, God Bless the Ring for like $1. That can't be beat because I do really like that game. This game for the Sega Saturn, one I'd been looking for a really long time, finally found it, and found it at a really decent price as well. It's a copy of Guardian Heroes, and I'm trying to get the glare out of there for you. Guardian Heroes by Treasure. This is an awesome RPG beat 'em up. It's 4 players if you have a multi-tap, and you fight on 3 different planes, so you can jump in the foreground, background, and in the middle. And just a lot of fun, really great looking, great soundtrack, and just a hell of a lot of fun to play. Guardian Heroes, if you've never tried Guardian Heroes before, I would highly recommend that you do. This is when Treasure was making some amazing stuff, you know, games like this and Radiant Silvergun and all what have you. But yeah, Guardian Heroes, super fun game for the Saturn. So go for that if you can. This game, so much fun, it should be illegal. I've been loving this game for the Dreamcast. Copy of Twinkle Star Sprites. This is one game that's definitely going to get a review sometime in the near future just because it's so awesome. And I must share my love of this game with people. It's a one-on-one, it's set up like a puzzle game, but it's a shooter. It's developed by ADK and SNK, published by SNK. It's just awesome. You have, you know, the screen split in 2, and then, you know, little enemies come down from the top, and you try to blow them up and get good combos and things like that, and send more enemies over to your opponent's side of the screen, and back and forth. And it's just a lot of fun. Great graphics, awesome soundtrack, and just ridiculously fun and addictive gameplay. Twinkle Star Sprites for the Dreamcast, amazing game. Check that out if you ever get the chance. Some PC Engine games here. Got a lot of really good PC Engine stuff. First up, this is a really great shooter. Download for the PC Engine. Side-scrolling shooter. I have Download 2, which I love that game. And so when I came across the first one, I definitely wanted to pick it up. Actually, considerably different gameplay from the second one. The second one, you have 4 different shot types that you can switch between on the fly. This game, more traditional shoot 'em up. You choose your main and sub weapons, and then you just go into the level, and then you collect your power-ups, and that's about it. But it's awesome. It plays really well. It's NEC Avenue put this one out. Plays really well. The graphics are awesome. The soundtrack is great. Download for the PC Engine. This is an excellent shooter on the system, quickly becoming one of my favorites actually. This next game, incredibly awesome. Kind of the precursor to the series that it's known as Pocky and Rocky. This is Kiki Kai Kai for the PC Engine. So this is essentially the first game in the Pocky and Rocky series, but there's only the girl. There's no multiplayer, but it's more or less the same gameplay. Obviously, it's a bit more primitive of a game. This is a PC Engine HuCard game released in 1990 actually. So not quite as good looking or good sounding as the Super Nintendo games, but it's still a lot of fun. More or less the same basic gameplay. You run around as the young girl, you throw your cards, and you got your wand thing that you can swing at them to kill enemies. And it's really fun, really challenging. Kiki Kai Kai. The whole series actually, Pocky and Rocky, anything in that series, go ahead and play it because it's all good. Kiki Kai Kai. Very good. For the PC Engine CD, finally got myself a copy of Ys 3. This one is awesome. People, I think, kind of think of this as almost like the Zelda 2 of the Ys series. It turns into like a side-scrolling action RPG, which is fine because it still plays really well. Soundtrack is awesome. Really great soundtrack in this game. It's fun, and then, as per usual for PC Engine CD games, really cool anime-style cutscenes. Ys 3, I like it. I like the whole Ys series. Here, another great shooter. It's Macross 2036 for the PC Engine CD. It's a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up based on Macross, which is awesome. Macross is basically made to be turned into shooters. It's all about flying, transforming jet robots that shoot things and blow stuff up. So there you go. Really great, fun game. Really great soundtrack. Really good graphics. Good-looking cutscenes. All that stuff. Macross 2036. This is one of those games where, like, I picked some of these up, and I really like. It's just a shame that a lot of this didn't get Western releases because they're so fun and they're just awesome. I don't know why anyone would have thought this wouldn't sell well in the States. I mean, brand recognition maybe isn't there. Just rename it Robotech. But yeah, Macross 2036 on the PC Engine CD, published by Messiah, who usually made really good stuff for the PC Engine. Macross. Totally awesome. And then the last game I got here for the PC Engine CD, it's called Ane-san. This is very interesting. It's a beat-em up. It's all female beat-em up. You are these really like tough, go away Glare, these tough gangster chicks. I really gotta find a better way to do these. You're these like tough high school gangster chicks, and you go out and you beat the hell out of other girls. You punch and kick them, grab them by the hair and knee them in the face, kick them when they're down. It's your basically traditional standard beat 'em up, but it's all female. The graphics are pretty good. The soundtrack is awesome. It's all this like kind of like rockabilly style music, I guess. I really like it. It's cheesy and weird, and I love it. And this game released in 1995, I believe. Very late for a game to be released on the PC Engine, by NEC Avenue. And it's a lot of fun, and really just kind of quirky and cool. Ane-san for the PC Engine CD. If you ever get a chance to check that one out, I would recommend you do. These last two games, this was featured in a hard-off video that I have yet to publish, but I went to a really good one. It was the same one that had Cotton 100% and Magic Knight Rayearth. Found these in a case for about 15 bucks. I'd only ever seen these of it going online on like eBay for like hundreds of dollars. They are the Dragon Ball Z, let me read it, Shin Seijin Zetsumetsu Kikaku games for the Bandai Playdia. These are essentially these are like, oh, what the hell? It's kind of QTE style games like Dragon's Lair. That's right. These are kind of like Dragon Ball Z Dragon's Lair games. They're full Dragon Ball Z movies. These were, I think, later released at some point as the plot to destroy the Saiyans or something. And the main villain from this ended up being in one of the more recent Dragon Ball Z games. The villain named Hachiak. Or Hachiak, big red guy. But basically it's all these, like, I guess, like he somehow resurrects past villains, like I think Frieza and Cooler and Turles. He brings them back, and he has a bunch of other little monsters and things, and he's trying to destroy the Saiyans or whatever. And of course it doesn't work out, and in the end they kill him, and it's lots of explosions, and it's very cool. But that's, you know, the story. And they did end up converting this into a Famicom game as well. But here they are, the Bandai Playdia Dragon Ball Z games. I actually got these for about 15 bucks each, which is like amazing. Like I said, I've only ever seen them going for hundreds of dollars on eBay. So when I found these in that hard off, I was extremely excited, picked them up right away. These are actually the first games I've ever gotten for my Playdia. I got a Playdia in a little flea market like a few years ago for like $10, and I've never had a game for them because they're just so damn expensive. So when I found these, I was like, hooray, happy day. Dragon Ball Z for the Bandai Playdia. And that's it. Those are all the pickups I've gotten recently. These are just the result of going to a lot of different stores and hard offs and things to film, and then just being lucky enough to find some really cool stuff. But that's it. Everybody, thank you for watching. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, if you are watching this now and it's not October 1st yet, I'm going to put a link in the description to the figure giveaway contest thing I'm doing. I'll put a link in the description to that, so go check it out. If it's after October 1st, though, don't bother, because that contest is over and another one's going to be getting started. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, commenting, all that cool stuff. I'm parched. So, yeah, thank you. Do please come back next time for whatever it is I'm going to be doing, and I will try to find a suitable place to film these. Maybe I'll go on location. Who wants to see some pickups from a Shinto shrine, huh? That could be pretty sweet, right? Anyway, whatever. I'm rambling. Thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye. Take care.